We're in Vevey, on the shores of Lake Le Mans. Across the water lies France, and all around us are the Alps, still snow-covered on this warm summer's day. In the surrounding hills are vineyards and magnificent homes. Charlie Chaplin lives near here. So does actress Audrey Hepburn. Good afternoon. I'm Jim McKay speaking to you from the town square in Vevey. There's a good deal of history here, as there is in just about every square foot of Europe. Once upon a time, for example, Napoleon reviewed his troops on their way to Italy right here, right on this spot in the town square. As late as yesterday, this was the public market, as it is twice each week, when the people come down out of the mountains and sell their various wares to the townfolk of Vevey. Today, however, it has really been transformed. Now it's a racing circuit, a kart racing circuit, as it is one day each year. This will be the first of 3 races that we'll be seeing that count towards a World Karting Championship. 3 races that are conducted, all of them in Europe. The circuit that they're going to race on is just about a half-mile in distance. It twists and twines, as you can see, around through the marketplace. Here's Mickey Allen of England, a 24-year-old automobile dealer, a 7-year veteran at kart racing. His teammate, Paul Fletcher, 30, he's a baker in his father's bakery shop. Oscar Sala of Italy. He manufactures these karts, was twice the world champion. Eric Hagenbuch of Switzerland, house painter from Zurich. He's one of the top racers. So also is Giulio Pernagotti, 29-year-old mechanic from Foggia, Italy. He would have been world champion last year had not his cart broken down in the closing moments of the last race. I'm standing right now with Thomas Nilsson of Sweden. Thomas, why do you like to race karts?
You see, it's in Sweden, it's same, not the same boys, it's a friendship, a great friendship in kart racing. You see, it's not like the big cars, it's a lot of money in the races. It's not in karting. You see, we drive because it's fun and we enjoy it, you know.
Well, the fun is about to begin. Here's Pernagotti in his cart, all of them ready now, putting on their goggles, ready to be pushed out onto the course for the parade lap and then for the start of the first of 2 heats. And what a crowd is here. Some 12 to 14,000 they estimate, hanging out of the windows, as you can see, perched in trees, getting just about any vantage point they can find here in the town square of Vevey, Switzerland. High-pitched whine of these kart racing engines. As we said, 100 cc, the tiniest things you can imagine. And on the backstretch, they'll be hitting speeds up to 70 or 80 miles an hour. That's the corn market, and some policemen perched on top of that looking at the race. Here's the course itself. As you can see, there are a number of turns, one long straightaway where you see that one arrow angling across the screen. That's where they'll hit the speeds of 70 or 80. This will be the first of 2 heats, the winner to be determined on a point basis. 0 point for finishing first, 2 points for finishing second, 3 for third, 4 for fourth, etc. Warming up the parade lap now. Now, the starting positions have been determined in earlier heats that they have run. Here's the way they line up in the starting field. In the first row will be number 36, that's Nilsson of Sweden. Alongside him, number 24, Paul Fletcher of England. Second row, number 43, Eric Hagenbuch of Switzerland. Number 30, Oscar Sala of Italy. The third row, number 28, Giulio Truffo of Italy. Number 23, Mickey Allen of England. Nearing the start now. In the fourth row will be number 45, Marcel Gisin of Switzerland. And number 5, Hans Heyer of Germany. In the next row, number 46, Daniel Korbatz of Switzerland. Number 29, Walter Eleonori of Italy. Looks like we're going to get a start. There are 24 karts in all in the field. 13 countries represented here today in all of the racing that's taking place. It's a start. A good start, and immediately, number 36, Thomas Nilsson of Sweden has taken the lead, followed by Paul Fletcher of England, Eric Hagenbuch of Switzerland, and Oscar Sala of Italy. There is Nilsson out in front. Fletcher right behind him. 36 and 24 right now, but as you can see, it's just a matter of a foot or two separating each of these lead cars. Finishing the first lap now. Fletcher making an attempt to pass. He can't get by. As you can see now, they really move on this tight little half-mile course here in Switzerland. Nilsson looking around to make sure where Fletcher is. Years ago, by the way, a girl was the world champion in the sport, believe it or not. Her name's Susie Raganelli of Italy. The Italians right now are the European team champions. The first Italian is in fourth place, and that's Oscar Sala. We'll be back at Vevey in just a minute. We continue our coverage of yet another corner of the wide world of sports. This is World Championship karting in the town square of Vevey, Switzerland. The first heat of 2, with the overall winner to be determined on a point basis. The leader at the moment is still number 36. That's Thomas Nilsson of Sweden. In second place, Paul Fletcher of England, number 24. Third place, number 43, Eric Hagenbuch of Switzerland. Fourth place, number 30, Oscar Sala of Italy. A good look at the course here as they move into the infield portion of it. You saw them go down that straightaway past the stores. Now they'll be heading towards Lake Le Mans again. Across the way lies France, a most unusual setting here for a most unusual event. To the start-finish line again. There they go. There they are. The leaders going through. I said earlier, I believe, that this is a very difficult sport in which to pass. There's only one really good spot. It comes after the start-finish line as they head into the first turn. None of them seem to be able to out-accelerate the other on the long straightaway on the other side. And the hairpins are just too tight, as you can see. Here comes the spot, and it's Fletcher moving out. He's trying it again. He may get it this time. Paul Fletcher of England has taken the lead. And Nilsson drops back into second place. Hagenbuch of Switzerland is third. The first pass of the day. Here's the way the field sets now then. In first place, 24, Fletcher of England. Second place, 36, Nilsson of Sweden. Third place, 43, Hagenbuch of Switzerland. And number 30, Sala of Italy. Mickey Allen of England is fifth in his number 23 cart. Then we have 3 Italian carts all together. Number 29, Eleonori. Number 27, Pernagotti. And number 28, Truffaut. In 9th and 10th place are the 2 Germans, number 5, Heyer, and number 3, Karl-Heinz Peters. A warm day, a beautiful afternoon, and some 12 to 14,000 people enjoying the action. Let's see now if Nilsson can set up for a pass when they get to this good spot for passing once again. It's right in through here. There they go through, the leaders, and no shape. There's been a crash. The two of the Italian carts into the hay bales there. Number 29 getting out, that's Eleonori, but Sala, who was in 4th place, is down on the ground. Well, he's moving his head at least. He appears to be conscious. And in the confusion there, several cars spun or had to brake to avoid the accident, including Fletcher and Hagenbuch. So there's been a big change in the standings as they take Sala out. Nilsson is the leader again now, with Pernagotti of Italy second and Truffaut of Italy third and Allen of England fourth. Sala being taken to the ambulance and, of course, to the hospital. This sport, like any motorsport, has its dangers. They're on the final lap, headed for the finish line at this moment, and it looks like Thomas Nilsson is going to win it in this first heat. Here's the finish. Here he comes, ready to take the checkered flag. Nilsson is the winner. Second place goes to Pernagotti of Italy. Third place to Truffaut of Italy. And fourth place to Allen of England. And there's the Italian flag flying high. They got second and third. Well, again, we return to the town square of Vevey, Switzerland, on a pretty summer day where we're just about ready for the second and final trip of the world. Now, if you weren't with us earlier, this is a regular town square, but one day each year, they bring in the karting champions from all over Europe. They're here from 13 countries. 84 of them started the day in qualifying heats, and in the first heat here, a number of them were eliminated. Now, the winner of the first heat was Tommy Nilsson of Sweden, and on a point basis, he leads going into the second heat. In second place is Giulio Pernagotti of Italy, and in third place, Duilio Truffaut, also of Italy. And here we go. Again, quickly, a reminder that the point basis is very simple. 0 points for having finished first, 2 points for having finished second, 3 points for third, 4 points for fourth, etc. So that Nilsson has 0 points going into this final heat. Starts moving out onto the track. All set to go, and still this tremendous crowd here. As we said, it's estimated at 12 to 14,000 people in the town square of Vevey. The drivers really like this course, by the way. They say it's the finest in Europe. Now here's the way they lined up on the second heat. Their starting positions also determined by the way they finished in the first heat. On the first row, it's Giulio Pernagotti of Italy, who finished second right alongside Tommy Nilsson of Sweden. Pernagotti number 27, and Nilsson is number 36. The second row is number 23, Mickey Allen of England. Number 28, Giulio Truffo of Italy. The third row, number 3, Karl-Heinz Peters of Germany. And number 24, Paul Fletcher of England. The rest of the carts strung out behind. Those should be the significant ones because, as we said before, it's very difficult to pass more than 3 or 4 places during one of these karting races. So the starting positions are all important. Ready for the start. Here they go. And here they come with Pernigodi of Italy, number 27, the former motorcycle racing champion, taking the lead. In second place is Tommy Nilsson in his number 36 cart from Sweden. This could be a very interesting situation because if Pernigodi, who was second in the first heat, should win this one with Nilsson second the way they are right now, they would be tying points. However, according to the rules of the Federation, the man who wins the final heat would then be the winner of the race, and that would be Pernigodi. So Nilsson has his work cut out for him. He's got to pass Pernigodi if he's going to hold on and win this championship. We have word on Oscar Sala, who was injured in a crash in the first heat. He is in the hospital now with injured ribs and a slight concussion, but his condition is quite good, and he should be out of the hospital in a couple of days. Giulio Pernigodi stretching it out just a little bit now over Nilsson. He's got a lot of power in that machine. In third place is Karl-Heinz Peters, who has moved up from the third row into third position by passing Mickey Allen. So we have the Italian leading, the Swede second, and now the West German is third. Pernigodi, Nilsson, and Peters. There you see Pernigodi's lead once again. These tiny 100cc engines powering these cars with speeds up to 70 miles an hour. It looked like Pernigodi might be having carburation trouble as he went by there. You saw him fiddling with his engine. Let's see if that lead begins to dwindle at all. Pernigodi going through, number 27. Then you have the other two battling for second place. That's Nilsson and Peters, and they are definitely moving in on him a little bit at the moment. Very appropriate that the top course of this tiny little sport, with these tiny little machines, should be in the small country of Switzerland, here in the foothills of the Alps, on the shores of Lake Leman. Pernigodi's still having trouble, and you can see the other two carts are right on his heels now. Pernigodi of Italy must win this heat to win the championship. Nilsson, who's in second place, also must win this heat to win the championship. Peters in third, finished sixth in the first heat. In fourth place now, Mickey Allen of England. Then comes Truffo of Italy, Fletcher of England, and Hagenbuch of Switzerland. Those are the standings right now as they start on yet another lap. Pernigodi still holding on. It looks as if he does not have the power at the moment, but by skillful driving is able to hold off those other two carts from moving past him. Oh, now he seems to be moving out a little bit again. Seems to be increasing that lead. So it could be he's got his carburation problems worked out. Pernigodi really beginning to stretch it again. And he could be the winner here in this race. We'll find out when we come back in a minute. The winner of the day is Giulio Pernigodi of Italy in cart number 27. Second place goes to number 36, Thomas Nilsson of Sweden, despite his fifth place finish in the second heat. Third place goes to car number 3, Karl-Heinz Peters, the winner of the second heat of the day. There's Pernigodi with the flowers on the traditional European victory lap.